G'day guys, and welcome to my tutorial on how to paint script, like the example here on my Gravis captain. We will be using Dante's shoulder pad for this tutorial though. The first thing you want to do is to get some painter's tape. I'm just going to use some 2mm painter's tape, and then I'm going to cut it to the same size as the area I want the script to go on. I'll do this off camera because I don't want to be breaking any rules using a scalpel on camera, so we'll do that and we'll come back. So after you've cut your little bit of tape, I've just placed it onto a base. I've cut 4 of them because it takes a little bit of practice to get this next part. What you want to do is mix together 1 part Abaddon black and 1 part Rhinox hide, and you don't want to add too much water because if it gets too runny, then it's very hard to control. Now you're going to take a small artificial layer brush and put a very, very small amount of paint on your brush. This could be quite difficult because I'm not used to doing this on camera, but we're essentially going to try and paint the word Dante on this. And the reason I've cut 4 bits of tape is so that you can practice and pick one you like. Now we're just gonna tick out the actual size of the letters. We're not gonna fill them in or anything right now. This is just to work out the spacing. All right, so that doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna do a couple more tests and then I'm gonna pick one I like. So after you've painted one that you like the look of and you like the spacing on, I just stick it as close as I can to the area I'll be painting. Sometimes that'll be above it, sometimes below it, in this case below it. We're gonna get our small artificial layer brush and we're essentially going to try and repeat what we just did, except now on the parchment area. I'm going to start with the N and work my way outwards. I'll see if I can get this one done on the camera, and then I'll probably have to do the rest off camera because it is quite difficult to do this. So we can get it to focus as well. Cool, I'm pretty happy with that N. So like I said, I'll work my way outwards now and I'll do these other letters and we'll come back. So with all the letters blocked in, it should look something like this. Now you may notice that the T has got 2 lines on it and the A has some little feet on it. It's because essentially what we're doing is we're going to try and transform those simple letters into a Gothic style letter. So I'll just show you on this larger example of the T. What we're going to be doing is adding a little foot to the bottom of it, like this, and then a couple little feet on the sides of the T. Like this, and then you can simply leave it like that, but I like to fill in the stroke of the letter with a few little diagonal lines. Just like this. So that's what we're going to try and do, but on a much smaller scale. So I'll do that on my Dante lettering and we'll come back. And with that step done, this is how your script should look. So this is probably one of the more difficult tasks when it comes to painting models, is painting script like this, but It just comes down to practice. And that's why I like cutting little bits of tape, because it's much easier to stuff up on a little bit of tape than painting this whole area and then stuffing that up. So hopefully this has helped you guys. I wish I could have shown you more on camera, but it is very, very difficult to do this detailed stuff while the camera's in front of me. See yous.